Now, according to a new report by the Washington-based bank, World Bank, it says food and energy price shocks from Ukraine war could last for years. The increase in energy prices over the past 2 years had been the largest since the 1973 oil crisis, according to World Bank. Price increases for food commodities, of which Russia and Ukraine are large producers, and fertilizers, which rely on natural gas as a production input, had been the largest since 2008. Let's get talking now and look at the position of World Bank. Mr. Yusuf Ogubi is head of product structuring and origination at IFES Nigeria. He joins us now via the telephone. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. The World Bank in its latest commodity market. Good morning. The World Bank in its latest commodity market outlook report has said that the war in Ukraine has dealt a major shock to commodities market and has also altered global patterns of trade, production, including consumption. In many ways, as said, this, of course, is likely to impact on the prices of commodities in Nigeria all through to 2024. So what do you make of this report? And maybe let's have a clear picture of how Ukraine war is impacting food prices in Nigeria.
Good morning. It's nice to be here again. I think it's clear as to the impact of the Russia-Ukraine crisis on commodity prices globally. And the World Bank is absolutely true. A number of analysts have different expectations as to how long these effects will last in the market. Something that we should be able to see this close out by the end of 2022. Some very conservative estimates say it's going into 2024. But going back to the question, the lines of impact, the transmission mechanism from the Russia-Ukraine war into the price of food globally and then to Nigeria is quite straightforward. And it moves from supply-demand imbalances, where you have production of commodities like wheat in Nigeria, and then sunflower oil, production of wheat rather in Ukraine, and sunflower oil in the same region. If Russia itself, which is under a lot of sanctions at this time, cannot export the wheat it produces, and Ukraine, which is also a sizable producer of wheat and exporter of wheat, is not able to produce and export wheat due to the war, then you can then see that we are expecting about 25 to 29% of global wheat supply to be cut off. That's quite sizable, substantial, I must say. And if we also look at the trajectory that we've seen, the trend we've seen before this crisis itself, the wheat market has been in a very tight situation. And what the tight situation means is that the demand for the product is way higher than the supply as we have it now. So what that means, you then have on top of that about 25 to 29% being cut off from international markets. You can then see why there's a lot of force around. There's a lot of skepticism around the availability of wheat globally at the end of the year. And for important countries like Nigeria and so many other countries in Africa, this is a very scary thing to face. This is not a product, or this is not a commodity that you can quickly ramp up production in your country. It's a product that requires very specific geography, very specific climate, and you typically need very specific soil characteristics to plant it. So we are in a very tight situation as it stands. So that's the first thing.
Okay. Let me quickly come in here. Is there a way for this picture you painted? Is there a way out for Nigeria at the moment? Because we've seen prices of commodities, jump at a high level.
Honestly, I think the question is how much can we reduce the impact? It's not a case of eliminating it completely. It's a case of avoiding the worst case scenario that we can have here. So Nigeria can ramp up its own production. I think we've benefited. We have a policy, the Brown Revolution, as instituted last year. We can double down on that this year and try to see how much volumes we can bring up to the market. But then it's a case of reducing the impact rather than eliminating it.
Okay, I think I will just have to pause you there. This is a conversation that we have to keep going on our subsequent programs. But on this one, I want to thank you for coming, Mr. Yusuf Ogubi is Head Product Restructuring and Origination at FX Nigeria. Thank you for your time on Business Breakfast.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.